everybody, this is Anime Game Otaku 95. Last episode, Alphen and his friends managed to defeat the water lord named Fodron, and after he got defeated, Avon gathered the 5 Master Cores together, and well, for strange reason, nothing was happening. I mean, Xion still has the thorns, and while Alphen and the others were trying to figure out what to do, the mysterious woman in the red clothes took the 5 Master Cores, and she used the 6 Master Core that none of us did not even knew about. And well, for me, I should have known better, because I should have known that there was a 6th element, which was called the darkness. And well, she grabbed all the Master Cores, and something big kind of happened. But before anything else happened, Avon was trying to attack the woman in red, and then she disappeared. So, with nothing else happening, Alpha and his friends continued to go help the people at the Water City to regain their free will. And it's been a month since the Water Lord has been defeated, and now I'm about to go and complete a few more levels. It's because I first thought I was near the end of the game, but it turns out I was wrong, so I wonder what's gonna happen next. Let's go play. Okay, the first side mission that I'm gonna do is I need to go beat up those little guys, so.
Is that the Zugo we're looking for?
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Can't get out of this.
Dragon form!
I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Hear me! Primed and ready! Hold on to your arm.
It's over.
Here I come! Freeze Lancer!
Burn it
Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Wow, look what I just found.
Okay, I still need 2 more to go. So nope, those are not it. Where are the last 2 at? Ah, they're up there.
Here's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Yeah, so let me go chase after them. There you are.
Right, here goes. On your raging slap. Damn it.
I never miss!
Double demon fang. Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Xion! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! A flawless victory.
Take this.
Naturally.
You're finished.
Dragon
Resonate with the earth.
Astral energy! Not on my watch!
Blue escape. Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohaline.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
Okay, so let's go back to the client and get the reward. How did it all go with the boonies?
Yeah.
It went great. We brought some back with us. Great. Let me see.
No.
Whoa, there they are. They're so cute little freaks you are. I still don't get it.
You did it!
Thanks a million. With these little guys, I can draw pictures of boomies and make stuffed animals that look like them. Once these things take off, I'm gonna be super famous and popular. Someone got it all figured out. Sounds like this place is in good hands.
Really?
You really think so? Thanks Thanks for all your help. I'm gonna make the Boonies the mascot of this entire city. Just you wait.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll be the first one to buy one of the stuffed animals once they're ready.
What's gotten into him?
He says instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign.
He's feeling threatened by a rival.
Very well.
Okay, alright, you're clear. You can leave.
Well,
Huh? Somehow I'm surprised and not surprised to see him here.
Hey,
So you're the guy hoarding the rations.
pardon me.
What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me? I'll only say it one more time. Get back to your position. What is this guy deal? Any slave who disobeys must be put to death. Have you forgotten I beat up the Warlord? So says Lord Finwan. Okay, looks like I need to beat him up.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem
Nope.
that way. Must think we're just gamins from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourself.
Dragon Swarm!
Will this help?
More for the starboard!
Elusive deity! Double Demon Fang! Now I can let loose!
More where that came from!
Double Demon Fang! No further! Blow away! Do it! Go for you! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Get in the wind! Go!
They smite
now. That's my cue!
Raining Blast! Shut him down!
Crossblade!
Resonate with the earth!
And I won. I think you should get that out of mind control. So it wasn't a Danon stacking pie in the rations. It was some of the Fortron's soldiers hiding out in this castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freak out about it.
Hey,
What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you trying to get vengeance for Finwan? What's going on? Something's weird about all of this. Are you men aware that Lord Finwan is no longer around? Still not answering, so rude.
you don't say.
These soldiers only seems to think only of the orders that are given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Danes here. Looking back on it, I did feel like the soldiers we fought here were mindless. If that's true, they haven't been hiding out here. They were just going about their business as usual. I guess so. Everyone here was Finwan's slave, both Danons and Renans alike. That's kind of realm he was running.
Well...
But that doesn't explain why the heck did break loose with all these guys once Finwan was gone, like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed and Finwan vanished. It is entirely possible things may be starting to crumble at the fridge. But the fact that they haven't to any degree or allowed these soldiers carry on as story was business as usual. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if they're gonna come quietly. Listen to me carefully, man. I am Lord Dovelin El Crasa. I have an order for you. Lord Dovelin? But sir, we serve.
Well,
Lord Finwan left his realm as no longer his ruler. Therefore, in the council with Renan law, you all must pledge your allegiance to me.
how?
So you expect us to solve you now, my lord? If you expect to win on rule of the law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dovaline.
Oh, wow!
Whoa, I can't believe that worked.
So then,
This should be sufficient for the time being. Let's bring these men into our baggage and then speak with Galen once more.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Well,
Had I
there's
not
no other
intervened,
way.
Yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
No.
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
Yeah,
We're
good
fighting
question.
against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Yeah, you feel okay?
No, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
They want revenge.
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganath Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Huh, I got a new title. Nice. Let me see.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Uh-oh, someone's on the floor. Hey, it's that guy who likes eating the food.
Oh?
Oh, you again. I wonder what today's recipe will be.
What?
You're getting ahead of yourself, young miss. Haha, come on, Gabriel. We all know where this is headed.
Yes!
You have me there, indeed. I have come across an incredible recipe buried deep in the bowels of Pelagon's mighty fortress.
Just great.
Whatever it is, I don't think it'll satisfy your apparently insatiable hunger to hunt for those recipes in places like that. Well, it so happens I met the sailor back in the Mont Casa. He let me borrow a boat, and then I was here before I knew it.
What?
You rode the boat all the way here? That's right. And more importantly, what I found in that castle was a forbidden recipe sealed away since ancient times.
What?
Forbidden, you say? What reason could anyone have to lock it away for all of these years?
Yes!
I haven't got a faintest idea. That's why we must make it so we can find out. And I ask you all to gather the ingredients once more. However, being as the old recipe, its directions are rather written than tertiary. It's called something like light, soft, fluffy, scummy powder, neither swine or hay meat, and finally,
Yes!
also something white, soft, and fluffy. You already said that. Why does it ask for that twice? I guess one of them is simply refers to the rice.
Nice.
Maybe the recipe is calling double normal amount of rice. Sounds okay to me. I don't think they write it like that if that was the case. Pretty sure all these ingredients can be found in Jenna Hatters. So, can I count on you to go fetch them? We'll keep our eyes peeled.
Sorry.
Actually, we'll.
Yes.
We'll be more than happy to handle it.
Just great.
What she said. Dependable as always, then I'll let you get to work. Good luck.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
Yeah, let's go check.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Okay, I don't know what they'll complain about, but I'm gonna go have a look around and see if I need to do anything else. Whoa, someone's knocked down. What happened? Hey, what the heck happened to him? He's no longer with us. He's always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was so close to finally living like a normal human being too.
No way!
Aw, man. Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in that area over there.
Alright.
Got it. I'll break the news to her.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Yeah, we need to break bad news to you.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. He's...
Yes.
It's okay, I know. You do? Then what are you doing? I have work that must be done today since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Yeah, and make sure that she doesn't get eaten by the sugars. Ah, there she is.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right, that's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't it have been a more formal funeral procession to be more appropriate? I'm sorry, have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no customs where when family members of the deceased may say the final farewells? Not really. How come we have that on Dana? Up until recently, all people were too busy turning away to think of burial rituals. Amongst Renans, it is customary for family members and friends to send their remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such practice to Dana? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's our last chance for the better to see the loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us Danas. You really think we're going to ship the bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt something more out to be done. When Raina still ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As the bodies decomposed, they could spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. But now, don't think for a second I have forgiven everything that the Rainers did to us. Tell me, Alfred, do you know why none of us had last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them and they deny our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. You people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try and make us live like you too. If you hated heels so much, why don't you turn them all hollow? That's enough! No more. The Gales could strike at any time, and here we are fighting amongst ourselves. We are well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's difference. That's why we're all working together to bring an end to this whole system and begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every barrier, even if I had to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it will appear I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history and honest.
I'm afraid not.
But now, I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did, Durvaline. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you're only thinking about what was best for a son too.
Rinwell,
I would like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps it will help us to begin bridge the gap.
Huh?
Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about the winner too then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We have lost enough good people along the way as it is. Huh? Sorry for the distraction. Please lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Danon way.
good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me that tax. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, all because of you, my son is at peace now.
Right.
Rest assured we intend to build a future for this world that will make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
What?
Oh, are you okay? What happened? I don't know what just happened to Sion, but I think Hothan's gonna go out of control again.
What's that noise?
Oh.
This is bad! Look at the sky!
Oh no, what's going... Whoa! Is that a space station? Uh-oh. And they're gonna fire something. Whoa. Okay, for some reason I don't know why they were shooting at the ocean. Whoa! Okay, something tells me that might be another place I need to go. Wait, is he stealing astral energy? Oh no, what's going on? Okay, I'm having a theory that it's probably stealing astral energy. So, what's gonna happen next?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
I have no clue.
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
Probably.
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif too. You saw her, right, Shion?
Yeah, I remember her too.
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Heros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall...
Yeah, I'm seeing the real lights right
Each
now.
one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Okay, so it's time for me to go ask people for information about this. When that thing dropped out of the ledge, the sound, oh my, I thought the mountains were collapsing. Well, that wasn't very helpful. You're trying to find a way to the other realms? Can't say I haven't heard anything about anything. If we knew anything like that, we wouldn't have a hatchel down in Dorstrom. Yeah, the reason why I still can't go to the other realms because the fast travel is still blocked. You're trying to get to the other realms? Without a sturdy boat, there isn't much you can. Wait! I take that back. I remember one of the elders who was recently talking a little mentioned something. Apparently, back in the day, there used to be a way to get around the Forlands Mountain, but not anymore. What could it have been?
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Let's see. Yeah, I remember going to the desk because I first thought that was the way to the city, but I ended up going to the wrong way, and well, I didn't explore much of the depths because I didn't really know what was it about, so I'm gonna go back over there and have a look and see, so. Okay, why is that monster getting shiny? Let me see.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Far enough! Armor won't save you! I'm ready! Totally!
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Here's evil!
Hitting pile
Get on in there with me!
I'm ready! To build!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Okay, there wasn't much difference with the shiny monster, so.
armored soldiers.
Some
Uh-oh.
of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Yeah, let's beat them up.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Double demon fang! Dragon Dragon Double demon fang! Dragon form! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz. No further!
Leave the chargers to me!
Shine! Radiant light! Lights of regeneration!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Benediction light.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here!
Elusive deity!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out. Like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure, filled with memories.
I've been doing really great lately.
Okay, so hopefully this mountain could lead us back to the other realms.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
Well, before I could enter that mountain, I noticed some side missions here, so...
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
No way.
Nito, is that you? You're finally home!
All right?
Forgive me, but I do believe you got the wrong person. My name is Dolphin, and as it so happens, I'm new to this area. Oh, are you the one that drove all those tickets? I'm so sorry, my mistake. Fret not, it appears there's something troubling you, however. If it's not too much to ask, would you mind telling me a little of this nutto fellow of yours? I can't, Is it hard to discuss? As you can see, well, but one really bad of misfits. We've seen much on our travels, so we don't shock easily. Well, is that the case? My name is Carl Gilly. And Nolty is my lover. Only he's a Renin.
You don't say.
I see. I can understand why you'll hesitate then. I take it something happened to him? Up until several months ago, we used to meet in secrets out of the village, but ever since then, he hasn't returned. He sounded completely normal the last time though, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, Noto, whatever have happened to you? Anyway, he works as a guard in Pelgrim. I'm afraid he might, well...
Stay calm.
Stay calm. There could be any number of reasons why he hasn't returned. Anyway, your story intrigues me. I feel personally in fights now. We shall investigate this ourselves and get to the bottom of it. Really? You'll do that for me?
Good.
Gladly. Leave this matter to us. For now, we shall make our way to the planet. Any records we find out should tell us just where he went. Good idea. With that, we should be on our way. With any luck, we should have good news before long.
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
Perhaps you shouldn't have gotten your hopes up.
I felt moved by people whose love transcended the boundaries of race. I wanted to hope.
I can see why you'd feel that way, I suppose.
And there's another person with a side mission. This is terrible. Our coastline's a wreck.
Huh?
What's wrong, Soren? An enormous board keeps whipping up these enormous trestles and ruining everything. That sounds like a secret to me. What a shame. It used to be peaceful along here.
Ridiculous.
You should see all the first sands and gem sands that wash to the shore. They see boards like shiny objects, don't they? I guess flying seagulls must think like boards. And anyway, we can't go fishing while those trestles are around. We're in deep trouble.
Got it.
Don't worry, Sora. We'll blow those Pexy's tornadoes back to where they came from.
Right.
If it is a board seeker we're dealing with, that will make it a nice and easy target for me too. Goodness, aren't you two brave young women? If you're really interested to visit the shoreline, do be careful. For some reason, there's a side mission in the woods. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hey there, beautiful. Can I ask you a favor? What do you need? Oh no, I didn't mean you, Blowy. I was talking about the other pretty lady here. Who, me? I must say, you got to be pretty strong to make it all over here. That's why I think you're a perfect one to ask.
Sure.
Just get to the point already, will you? Well, you see, I'm trying to make my way back home to Dusting, but there's a giant bee buzzing around. My guess is a queen bee. Ain't nothing else it could be as far I could see. Anyway, I'm too scared to try and walk past it, so I'm stuck here. And what does it have anything to do with me? Judging from those credits of your fingers, I take it you're a gunslinger, yeah? Huh? I was a fighter in my younger years, so I could tell these things. Anyway, I was hoping you could shoot down that bee for me. If I was a fighter, if you're a fighter, what's stopping you from taking care of it yourself? I hate to admit, but I'm purely a ground fighter. I'm hopelessly against anything that flies around. I'm worried the queen bee hangs around for long, just spotting even more bees, and then I'll really have no hope of getting home. The last thing we need is more bugs crawling around. Alright, you win. I'll see if I could get rid of it. I knew I was right to trust you. My body, it ain't what it used to be, but I got a good eye for things in more ways than one.
How did it come to this?
You're a beautiful woman, Shion. That's a good thing, right?
Wait, Kisara. Hey, Kisara! How did it come to this?
Well, before I move on, I'm gonna go stop and take a break, so until next time, this is Anime Game Otaku 95.